Building clear systems is the only way, I'm telling you, the only way that you're gonna grow your agency, but it requires a lot of attention to detail. And in this video, I'm gonna show you how to approach the process of building systems to make more profit, make more revenue, and just grow and validate your existence in this capitalistic society. My name's Gavin, I run an email and SMS marketing agency, and I make these videos for fun on this channel. I document my journey, I have monthly agency updates, I'm sharing tips, I have nothing to sell you. If you like it, subscribe, cool, whatever, let's get into it. So, building systems to grow your agency. It is really the only way you're gonna be able to scale your business is if you have super clear SOPs, standard operating procedures. Aren't I smart? Now, here's the thing. When you start your agency, odds are you're gonna be starting out as like a freelancer. You're gonna be learning how to service your clients. During the process of servicing your clients, you need to be documenting your journey in terms of everything that you do to make a client happy. How I have done that and how I recommend you do that is using some sort of project management tool. Now, there's tools like Asana. I love Asana. That's all I use. There's other tools like Monday.com. But what you want to be doing is you want to be literally outlining in a written format everything you do from when you first onboard the client to when you say goodbye and they fire you. I swear to God, document every single step. By document, I mean have like sections for different stages in the customer lifecycle with their interaction with your business. How I've done that is I've got like an onboarding section in an Asana board. That's a template. And for every client I get, I clone that template. And in that board, we have the onboarding section. In every single task, so there's like 20 or 30 tasks. We'll cut away to a screen recording about this right now. So hopefully you're seeing this if my video editor has done a good job. And you can see here that every single task has a very clear description of what is required from whoever is assigned to that task. And we've built these SOPs out over a period of years. And we've gone from start to finish. What this system and process allows us to do is it allows us to create instructions for our project managers who we can then drop into these tasks so that they can fulfill and support the client without me having to. So building systems and processes is essentially like a journal. This is how I kind of explain it for myself, is everything I need, I just document it. So when I'm in the onboarding call and I'm with a client and the client's like, hey, where should I send my brand guidelines to? I'm like, you know what? That's a great question. I need to create instructions in my SOPs that show, hey, step 1, create a client folder in Drive. Step 2, create a media folder within that client folder, and then send instructions to client when they sign contract to upload all of their media into this folder. And what you'll find is as your business grows and as you continue working is that your SOPs will change and grow, and it's like a constant back and forth. After 2 years for me and my agency, our SOPs are tight. We haven't changed SOPs for certain products that we sell for, God, I would say about a year now. But these SOPs allow us to give instructions to our designers, our builders, all that stuff so that we can scale, okay? And so we've documented these things. And then also, when you're actually doing this, you need to be super attuned to what goes wrong, okay? So, for example, we have everything documented. But if a designer messes up, for example, if you run an email marketing agency like me and you notice the designs aren't being followed, or the guidelines aren't being followed, or the dimensions aren't correct, your first question should be, were my instructions unclear? Why was this not followed? And you need to look first for that to see if you can build better instructions for your team before going, hey, employee X, you messed up, why is this? You have to take accountability with this stuff and figure out that there are really 3 reasons people don't complete tasks effectively within your team. They don't know how, they don't have the skill set, or they don't want to, okay? If they don't know how and they do have the skill set, it means your instructions suck. If they don't have the skill set, you have 2 options, fire them or train them. And if they don't want to, fire them, okay? Now, the first one's the easiest to solve, clear SOPs, clear guidelines. And that's just gonna come from you documenting your journey, building things over a long period of time. And then number 2, if they don't have the skill set, you can either train them and then get them to follow the steps, or if they don't have the skill set, you can make your SOPs so much more in depth to be a training module as well. I personally don't have time for that. I don't want to hire somebody who I have to train up who then leaves. And number 3, if they don't want to, then what are they doing working with you? Get rid of them. That's how you build systems. It's literally just journaling your entire process as a business owner with different services that you sell for your client. Now, with certain services that you sell, it's harder to do that. For example, one of my buddies runs an SEO agency, and with every single SEO update, he has to change all his SOPs. And that sucks. It makes it very hard to scale that agency, which is why you need to find an agency model, or a service offering rather, that you can productize and commoditize. The other thing you have to be aware of is that your SOPs should be relatively fixed after a certain period, meaning that you can sell the same service multiple times to clients without having to do a whole lot of customization, because that's how you scale, right? You need to be able to sell the same product over and over again to other people without customization. Otherwise, you end up spending more time in the customization piece, and really it's probably going to be your time, which means you don't have time to scale your agency, and your overheads are going to be bigger, right? If, for example, you're doing a custom strategy every time for every single one of your clients, first of all, it's going to take more of your time, or it's going to take more of your team's time, which means your overheads get higher, which means you have to charge a lot more to service those clients, which you can do, by the way. I mean, massive marketing agencies do that all the time, right? That is literally like Saatchi and Saatchi. Everything is bespoke, but they have massive teams who work on everything, and they charge hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars for a project. So that is an option right there. But like I said, document your journey, and then obviously make it super clear. I don't think you're really going to automate a lot of stuff. I don't think the tech's there yet. And then obviously hiring good people who can follow instructions, and then figuring out where things fall through the cracks so you can implement Kaizen along the way. If you found this video useful, fantastic. Thank you for watching. Once again, I don't make these to make any money. It's literally just to document my journey, provide some tips, help some people along the way. And if you have any questions, check them out down below. Look in the description. There's a bunch of cool free resources that I sell. I do have stuff to sell you. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah, there's some stuff in the description I think that I sell, depending on what my video editor does with this video. Check out my newsletter, check out my other email marketing channel, and we'll see you guys in the next video.